Hi, hello, you beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I want to talk about walk-ins. So I'll first talk about a little bit about what walk-ins is, and in a recent client experience, in a session, I discovered more on walk-ins. A very interesting experience for me. I'm Carmen Delport, multidimensional healer, quantum healer, and channel. So, what is walk ins for those that don't know? Many people don't know what a walk in is. Now, a walk in is when your soul is very tired, like it's had a lot of trauma over in this lifetime and past lifetimes. Okay, so you've had a lot of trauma, your soul's exhausted from all the trauma. It needs a lot of tender loving care, because remember, we as spiritual beings, in ourselves we keep the memory of all our past lives. So all that wisdom and trauma and experiences inside of us is there for us to tap into. Okay, so when your soul is exhausted and it can't do it anymore, it leaves, and another soul, another beautiful soul, this is now agreed with the council, will come into your physical body, and you'll proceed with a new soul. Okay, now that is why many people's not many walk-ins are quite rare. Okay, so that is why when you are a walk-in, then you might have experiences where you feel, you know, you've been here before, but you're not quite sure how, and you don't quite know how things work, and you know you've got a memory of something because you've got the previous soul's memories in the body, but you've not experienced it. So it's this kind of weird feeling of knowing but not knowing, and so we have, the last 2 years, a lot of physical bodies have received walk-ins with the trauma of the pandemic, and that was too much. But also some of these walk-ins came in because those spirits, those souls, were strong enough and have got the codes that's needed on this planet now to help with the ascension journey. Now, what I've discovered in a very recent session with a client of mine, in a multi-dimensional healing session, was I was doing, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, I am in Morocco, and that is now the prayer time. All the mosques are going. So in a recent client experience, I was doing, this client of mine, he's had sessions with me before, and he's had a lot of trauma in this lifetime and in past lifetimes. So we've been specifically working on the past lifetime traumas. And in the last session we did was, I did a soul fragment retrieval, healed the fragments and brought him safely into the physical body, and placed it correctly into his body. Okay, so when you've done that, when you've done a lot of past life trauma healing, and you do the soul fragment retrieval, obviously your soul becomes stronger and more of your true self, more of you, more of your true being. Now what happened in this session is, that all of a sudden there was another being, and I wasn't sure what's going on because I haven't experienced it before. So I asked my guides, you know, is this an entity for me to be removed? And they said, yes and no. And I asked, well, is the negative entity? And they said no. So I thought, okay, I'll leave it for a moment. I'll keep continuing with the session and see what comes up. Okay. So what came up was that this was a walk-in, that when this client became really, really, really ill a couple of years ago, and his soul was so exhausted. He had a walk-in come in to help him through this process. Okay, he's been hospitalized, he's been really ill, and so this soul came in to help him through this process, because his own soul was so fragmented and so scattered that he actually didn't have enough strength and soul to carry him through this journey. And also this soul came through to help him with his awakening and his ascension journey. Now, so I was busy working, and I picked up a glass to give him a glass of water, and the glass just dropped out of my hand and splattered into thousands of pieces. And at that moment, they said to my guide, said to me, the walk-in just left. His journey is finished. The soul has been retrieved and is healed and is strong enough to continue forward. So this is new information, where a walk-in just comes temporarily until the healing has been done to his own soul. So his own soul is strong enough for this walk-in, this beautiful, beautiful soul that's been here to help him, could leave. But this walk-in, a walk-in that wants to go, or whose time is finished, that can go back, needs to go back in a safe space. So obviously in a healing session, it's a very safe space. Obviously I have a portal open with all my guides and angels and beings and star nations that I work with. So he had a very safe portal to go back to where he needed to go. And also my client was safe. Nothing else would come in, because obviously when something leaves, then anything can come in. So it was a safe space where nothing unwanted could come into my client, and it was safe enough for this beautiful soul to leave and go back to where he's going. So that was very interesting, and I've been speaking to my guides about it, and they said yes, it does happen. And we will be seeing more of this happening as people are healing, and you don't need the beautiful being that's come to help you, the soul, then that soul will leave. So that is why it's important to do soul fragment retrieval and healing at the right time, because also if you do it at the wrong, there's no wrong time to do it, but when you've done a lot of healing, past life trauma healing, then you can retrieve a lot of those scattered pieces from thousands and thousands of lifetimes, okay? So, and then also to bring it back and to heal those fragments is very important, because you don't want to bring back unhealed fragments, okay? So you want to heal those traumas as well. Very important. So it was a beautiful session, and my client completely accepted it. It made sense, and a beautiful experience for me and my client as well. So that is very interesting, and that I wanted to share with you. And so in a multidimensional healing session with me, anything can happen. I never know what's going to happen. It is, whatever you need doing to you, I connect with your soul, and with my beautiful team in spirit, we do the healing that's needed for you right now. Now, as always, the healing journey, it's a journey, it's a peeling away of all the traumas from many lifetimes. And also we do this, the psychogeometry downloads and upgrades, and also light language activations, cellular upgrades, DNA upgrades, whatever else comes through from these beautiful beings that I work with. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you find this very informative and fascinating like I do. If you do like this, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. I am available as always for multidimensional healing sessions and quantum healing sessions, all channeled. Quantum healing is channeled as well. It is a guided meditation process, and then I channel and connect with your soul. So thank you everyone for being here. I'm available via Zoom. Sending you all lots of love from this beautiful Morocco that I'm in at the moment. Bye.